wasn't quite as marvelous as I would have liked it to be. Yeah, I hear you silently judging me. I do not apologize for that joke. Hi, my name is Ryan Lane, and welcome to my review channel. So for today's movie, I will be reviewing The Marvels, an MCU movie directed by Nia DaCosta and starring Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, and Iman Vellani. So, set 3 decades after the events of Captain Marvel and an unspecified amount of time following Avengers Endgame, Captain Marvel, played once again by Brie Larson, is out in the galaxy attending to her space cop duties. The film doesn't necessarily fill in a lot of specifics, but she's going out beating up bad guys. It don't get much more complicated than that. And while her niece Monica Rambeau, who and her last name is spelled Beao and not Rambo, which would have been a lot cooler, but name's a name anyway. Monica Rambeau is out working on the Sabre space station along with Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson. Anyway, their work is soon interrupted by Dar-Ben, played by Zawe Ashton. And Dar-Ben is a Kree warrior out for revenge against Captain Marvel, and in going about her revenge, she inadvertently causes Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, and Kamala Khan to inadvertently become linked together via their powers. Somehow, the film, uses a lot of techno babble to explain it. Anyway, as it kind of goes with these movies, the three team up to beat the bad guy and keep the world, from dying, or rather, worlds. So the storytelling is functional but uneven. On the plus side, the screenplay lends itself to effortless humor. I can't say the lines aren't, super memorable, but they are effortlessly hilarious and they feel appropriate to the characters. I was consistently laughing, from the very beginning to the very end of the movie. Everyone from the main trio to even the supporting side characters like Kamala Khan's family, even they get some pretty funny lines. Also, the body swapping effect is just the tip of the iceberg as far as creativity goes. I won't spoil it, but there are some pretty fun moments to be had regarding their visits to other planets and the everyone's favorite murderous cat Goose that I won't spoil, but it's pretty fun and it is pretty creative. On the other hand, the film's pacing is uneven, and part of this also stems from the body swapping effect, because in the very beginning of the first act, when nobody has figured out what the hell is going on, with the main trio and their body swapping, they're all over the place, jumping from location to location, and it just kind of feels rushed, like everyone's, like, oh, where is she? Where is she? Who are you? Oh, now you gotta go save her. It just feels a little off. And this body swapping effect, it kind of leads to a lot of cliched scenes, where the characters have to, stand around a table or something and sort of use a bunch of techno babble to explain what the hell's going on. I mean, you've seen this scene before. It's happened in films like, say, Ghostbusters Afterlife, where they have to do a bit of an exposition dump to make sure the audience is up to date with what the heroes are doing. Again, it's not terrible, and the actors have plenty of chemistry to help get you through these moments. It's just a bit of a hit to the pacing is all. Plus, there is one issue regarding the writing. It has to do how Captain Marvel obtained her nickname, the Annihilator, and it has to do with Hala and some issues it's facing, and its linkage to the destruction of an AI, and it's underwritten as all hell. Like, I needed a lot more details. It's like Captain Marvel, it's like, oh, I did this thing and then it caused it. And I was just like, how? How did it cause that? Again, I don't want to go into too much spoilers on it, but it just it feels underwritten, and it feels like the victim of a bunch of screen time being put on the cutting room floor. Because I mean, this film is short, like an hour 45. Most MCU movies tend to crack the 2 hour mark, so I'm willing to bet there was some screen time that would have better explained it, but I don't know, for one reason or another, they decided to cut it. So the performances are solid as always. Larson, Paris, and Villani all give energetic performances, and they have really good chemistry with each other. You can really feel the camaraderie the main trio of actresses had working together on this movie. Samuel L. Jackson is always fun, and I feel like this film allowed him to cut a little bit loose more so than usual with these movies, because usually with a lot of these movies, especially like more specifically for Captain Marvel, Samuel L. Jackson has kind of always felt like he's had to be a bit reserved, like, ultra serious, but getting an occasional one-liner. But this one, it felt like, he was allowed to relax a little bit, have a little bit more fun with the material. Ashton, she's all right as the villainous Darben, a villain that cares so much for her planet that she's willing to destroy others. And she's all right. I mean, she's a cut above, the typical cookie cutter villain, like the Dark Elf, and be real, no one remembers him. But she's not quite as memorable as, say, a villain from, like the Winter Soldier. Like, again, she's not bad. She's just not as good as you'd like her to be. The action scenes are creative and they benefit from the most energized cinematography this side of Aquaman. The body swapping gimmick, while it does stall the storytelling at times, does lend itself to some creative action set pieces, and the cinematography does enhance this body swapping effect. The director also uses split screen to very effectively convey the mental connection between our heroic trio. So, though it features some uneven storytelling, the Marvels nevertheless benefits from creative visuals and a fun cast. So, with all that in mind, I will be giving The Marvels 3 out of 5 stars. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. If you like this review and would like to see more like it, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. And for today's comment section prompt of the day, what is your favorite movie with Brie Larson in it and why?